Hi Taurus, welcome to your mid-monthly August reading. I'm putting out bonus mid-month readings. I don't usually do because my sound was a little bit off, I found in the last reading. So I have a microphone, yay! So I'm going to be doing these as bonus readings just to get a little bit of a wider perspective in the month of August, because with eclipse season and stuff, it's been quite hectic, especially for you guys as fixed energy, because the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse most recently were both in fixed signs. Also, Uranus is going retrograde in your sign, so a lot of energies are going around, and some of you might actually be feeling a bit frustrated, a little bit lost, and just generally probably needing more messages than usual. So I'm going to try and get these all out for all the signs, and this is yours. So let's see what we've got going on for Taurus. Oh. So instantly the Hermit has come out, so that just confirms that you're looking for answers, okay? Something's bugging you, something is bothering you, or something is seeming a little bit uncertain. You may also be dealing with a Virgo personality, which is August 21st, I believe, until September 22nd. Okay, so I'm just going to draw 3 cards. 3 of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the 9 of Cups. Ooh, wow. Okay, so things are speeding up. I'm sensing this is to do with Mercury going direct. And the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so Taurus, I'm thinking somebody has been maybe blowing a little bit of hot and cold, or you have been in a consistent pattern of some relationships where you feel like things are hot and cold. It's almost like you felt a little bit like things get to a certain stage, I can see, with the 3 of Pentacles, and then suddenly they stop. Like suddenly someone comes in and suddenly someone's out, and they're in and they're out and they're in and they're out. They're like the hokey cokey. The thing is, that kind of looks like it's changing. So I almost see this with the Knight of Swords as somebody that has been very fickle, possibly a bit flaky, seems to be back in the picture or back in the scene. Now, Mercury retrograde will do that. In fact, having multiple planets in retrograde is doing that for a lot of people. It's kind of like a cleanup of the energy, so that you're getting in booms from the tomb and blasts from the past. And not everyone that returns is meant to stay. Sometimes they come back to drum in a lesson, but sometimes they come back and they actually mean business. So it's sort of, I feel like this could go either way for depending on the relationship of the Taurus, but I certainly see for some of you, you're hearing from somebody. Now this could be an air person, it could be an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini, or it could actually be their moon or rising. It can be someone that imposes the qualities of these. Because he is a knight, I wouldn't take the element too literally. It just seems to be somebody who's quite fickle and somebody who comes in and out of your life. So I'm seeing it that way. I'm seeing 1 minute it seemed to have been going great with the 3 of Pentacles, the growth and the progression. The 5 of Pentacles, it hit the skids, they ghosted you, kept you out in the cold. And then the 9 of Cups to me suggests you'll be getting something that you want. So I'm going to draw a clarifying card. Oh, okay. Then 7 of Swords. So what's this 9 of Cups? Oh, something flicked. Oh, a few things flicked actually. Okay. So I'm thinking for some of you, there was someone who was a bit fickle and they let you down. And I think this kind of looks a little bit like you, whatever you're doing at the end of August, whether some of you are traveling or some of you are going to parties, you're being noticed. You're coming across as a very attractive energy. Now, Venus has moved into Libra, which is also, Libra shares Venus with you, so it can put you in a very, very attractive position astrologically. So I'm seeing that you're getting a lot of attention. I think some of you are very much focused on what it is that you're achieving for yourself, looking after yourself, taking care of yourself. Some of you seem to be getting, I see with the Empress here and the Ten of Pentacles, some of you are definitely doing a bit of a shopping spree, but it's a very glamorous combination when it comes to how you're appearing. And it's interesting because this person seems to have noticed, and I feel like they're sort of coming back and they're feeling a bit of regret for losing you. But I see this very much as you putting up your walls and not being so interested. I also see you possibly blocking off potential opportunities because you are scared of getting hurt. But interestingly enough, for a lot of you coming in, and it kind of looks like it's coming in more towards September time, but I see a water sign person, like a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, who's a bit more romantic and a bit more giving, I want to say, than this person who was in and out. And they definitely, I can see a point here where they let you down. It's either that they lied, or it's that they maybe cheated. There seems to be some sort of manipulations. I just feel like there is a feeling coming through it more than anything of being very let down, and it's a fickle energy. So I'm thinking they were maybe a bit more immature, a bit about themselves, and you always wanted them, and then they appear, which is it's the complexity of the Nine of Cups, really. They appear, but there's that one cup missing, so it's kind of like you got them, but what next? You don't really see how it could progress. I see it more so as you're really feeling yourself the last 2 weeks of August. You're really having a good time. Like, you're coming across as super attractive. With the Empress here, your relationships with other Taurus and Libra people look pretty positive. I feel like you'll be getting a lot of stuff in terms of your relationships with them and friendships. I think your friendships are improving, actually, by the looks of things. Your finances are certainly improving. It's like you're getting your life together really well, which is always when people return, right? The people that want to be part of the good times, and then they're not there for the bad ones. So be wary of the person that sort of comes in who's a bit frustrated that you're doing better without them. Because if they've been fickle before, there's a potential that they could be fickle again. And I actually see a water sign person coming in, and I think they're more coming in September. But I do sense that there's possibly a more potential there for romance with the water sign. And as I say, it could be water sign moon or rising. It doesn't necessarily have to be a sun in Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, but just be wary of people's moon signs as well. You can have a Gemini with a moon in Cancer who is more like a Cancer. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing with the tarot. It's more the personality, really. So let's see what goddess guidance card we have for Taurus. Ooh, Dana, High Priestess. This is funny. Oh my goodness. Underneath we have Aphrodite, inner goddess. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. This is so appropriate. I know Dana's here as well. I'm going to get to this. I'm just going to put these side by side. What's fascinating to me is how much is Aphrodite like the Empress. Let me see if I put these up side by side. They're like sisters. But it's all about self-care and appreciating your divinity. That's just what I was talking about. Dance. You guys are having a good time. You guys are looking after yourself. You're being your badass self. You're having a good time and just looking after who you are and focusing on yourself. And that's the best way to get the things in your world moving, particularly when these retrogrades start going direct, which means the energy which has been slower and more frustrating finally gets a real change in gear, and you go up a gear and things start moving. And when you're enjoying yourself, things happen quicker. With Dana, the High Priestess energy, and the High Priestess and the Empress are very similar. It's combining your down-to-earth nature that you have as a Taurus and then your intuition. So you guys, some of you are definitely getting more into things like the tarot and astrology and spiritual healing and crystals and Reiki healing and stuff. And you're really finding your inner peace. And I think that's what's making you so irresistible in the last 2 weeks of the month, Taurus. You guys are really going to be on fire, and you're going to be attracting a lot of people. So you'll be able to see people that haven't been good to you more clearly, because you're finally starting to see that you have a much higher worth than maybe you've been selling yourself for. So I hope you enjoyed those messages, Taurus, and I will see you in September. Bye.